Caitlin Clark remembers wearing Teach Me How to Gymmer t-shirt. Gymmer mania spread all the way to Iowa in 2011, touching the life of a young Caitlin Clark long before the now sharpshooting WNBA superstar was on the sports radar. While Jimmer Fredette was putting on the biggest one-man NCAA tournament performance since Steph Curry in 2008, Clark was admiring the long-range sniper's moxie from afar. Clark recently revealed on the Bird's Eye View podcast with WNBA legend Sue Bird that she wore a Teach Me How to Gymmer t-shirt as a young girl. "I grew up like a basketball junkie," Clark explained. "Even if you're not intentionally watching and paying attention, you're just absorbing what you're consuming. I always watch Steph or even Jimmer, who I love." The mention of Fredette appeared to trigger a memory for Clark as a large smile grew on her face. "I told Jimmer when we were doing Sue's Places, he was one of my favorite players growing up," Clark shared. "There was this famous song, Teach Me How to Gymmer, and I had the shirt that said Teach Me How to Gymmer." About Caitlin Clark. Clark has been a lightning rod for women's basketball hype since early in her college career with the Iowa Hawkeyes. Clark never averaged fewer than 26.6 points per game, a mark she achieved as a freshman in 2020-21. She went on to average 28.4 points, 7.1 rebounds, and 8.2 assists in 139 college games. The gaudy numbers made Clark an easy selection for the Indiana Fever, who had the #1 pick in 2024. The 23-year-old was named WNBA Rookie of the Year and All-WNBA after averaging 16.5 points, 5.5 boards, 8.8 assists and 1.3 steals as a rookie. She is averaging 16.5 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 8.8 assists this season with Indiana despite missing several games with a variety of injuries.